Students, in today's class we will study the topic ratio and proportion. The question given to us is, if A is to be a 7:3, find 7A negative 3B divided by 7A positive 3B. So first we are given that A is to be equal 7:3. Now the meaning of this is 7. It means A divided by B is 7 divided by 3. So this is the understanding that they want to convey to you all. So you have got A over B as 7 over 3. So therefore 7A negative 3B divided by 7A positive 3B can be rewritten as, I'm going to take B out. So this would mean I can write 7A as 7A divided by B. And 3B is just going to be 3. Okay, divided by, I'm going to take B out. So this is going to be B of 7A divided by B positive. B is taken out. So this is going to be 3. Okay. Now I can cancel the B's out. So this can be rewritten as 7 of A over B negative 3 divided by 7 of A over B positive 3. Now since A over B is 7 divided by 3, I can rewrite this to be as 7 times, in place of A over B, I'm going to substitute 7 divided by 3 followed by a negative 3 divided by 7 of 7 divided by 3 positive 3. This is going to be 49 divided by 3 negative 3 divided by 49 divided by 3 positive 3. Now I can take 3 to be the LCM, so that would mean I will have 49 negative 9 divided by 49, taking 3 as the LCM. This is going to be 49 positive 9 divided by 3. Now clearly we can cancel the 3's out. So this is going to be 49 negative 9 will give us 40, and 49 added with 9 would give us 58. So this is the value that we have got for the requirement, 7A negative 3B divided by 7A positive 3B. So this is the final answer to this question. Students, we are given this question, if x is to y is 5:6, find 5x positive 4y is to 5x positive y. So you're asked to find the value of this ratio. Now we are given that x is to y is 5:6. So I can rewrite this as, this implies x over y is 5/6. So this is the inference that we get. Now we are given that 5x positive 4y is to 5x positive y. So we are asked to find the value of this. I can rewrite this as 5x positive 4y divided by 5x positive y. This in turn can be rewritten by taking y out. So this is going to be y of 5x divided by y positive 4, because y is taken out, divided by, I take y out, and this is going to be 5 of x divided by y positive 1. So this is what I have got. Now clearly the y can be cancelled out from the numerator and the denominator. So this is going to be rewritten as 5 of x over y positive 4 divided by 5 of x over y positive 1. Now since x over y is 5/6, if I were to take this as 2, therefore 2 can be rewritten as 5 of, in place of x over y, substitute 5/6 followed by positive 4, and in place of x over y, substitute 5/6 followed by positive 1. This is 25 divided by 6 positive 4 divided by 25 divided by 6 positive 1. Taking 6 to be the LCM, this is going to be 25 positive 24 divided by 25 positive 6 divided by 6. The 6 can be cancelled, giving me This is going to be 49 and this is going to be 31. So therefore the value that they want, 5x positive 4y, is to 5x positive y is 49 is to 31. Students, we are given this question. If a is negative b is to a positive b is equal to 1 is to 11, find the ratio of 5a positive 6b negative 120 to 5a negative b negative 50. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to write what is given. Given a negative b is to a positive b is equal to 1 is to 11. Now from here I can rewrite this. This implies a negative b divided by a positive b is equal to 1 divided by 11. Now cross multiply. Now when you cross multiply, you would get 11 times a negative b is equal to 1 time a positive b. This is 11a negative 11b is equal to a positive b. Now if you were to move the a to the left and b 11b to the right with a negative sign, then you would get 11a negative a is equal to 11b positive b. Now this is going to be 12b. Now this is going to be 10a. Now what you need to do is just keep the a on the left and move the b down. So this is going to be a over b. You already have 12 on the right side, so move the 10 down. So this is what you're getting. Now if you were to reduce this, then you would get a over b to be equal to 2 divides 12, 6 times 2 divides 10, 5 times. So it's going to be 6 over 5. So this is going to be a over b. Okay, so this is what you got. A over b to be equal to 6 over 5. Now suppose we take a to be as say 6k and b to be as 5k, then we get the following. Okay, so what is that we get? Now we are given this is given. What exactly we are given? We are given 5a positive 6b negative 120 is to 5a negative b negative 50. Now this implies 5a positive 6b negative 120 divided by 5a negative b negative 50. Now since a is equal to 6k and b is equal to 5k, this can be rewritten as 5 times 6k positive 6 times of 5k negative 120 divided by 5 times of 6k negative 5k negative 50. Now 5 times 6 is 30, you have a k there, positive 6 times 5 is 30, you got a k there, negative 120 divided by 5 times 6 is 30k followed by negative 5k negative 50. 30k added with 30k would give you 60k followed by negative 120 divided by 30k negative 5k would give you 25k negative 50. Now from the numerator you can take 60 out, you would get k negative 2. From the denominator you can take 25 out, you would get k negative 2. K negative 2 in the denominator can be cancelled with the 1 in the numerator. So that is going to give you 60 divided by 25. I use 5. 5 divides 60 12 times. 5 divides 25 5 times. So you have got 12 divided by 25. The question wants you to find the ratio. So this implies the ratio of 5a positive 6b negative 120 to 5a negative b negative 50 is going to be equal to 12 is to 5. So this is your final answer to the question. Students, we are given this question. Find the number that bears the same ratio to 12 divided by 81 as 5 divided by 3 does to 30 over 81. So this is the question that is given. So first, let us start the solution in the following way. Given that 5 over 3 as a ratio with 30 divided by 81. So this means 5 divided by 3 divided by 30 over 81. So that is equal to 5 over 3. When you flip this will become 81 over 30. Now 3 divides 8 2 times, and then you carry out 2, that's 21. So it's going to be 7 there, and it's going to be 6 here. So we have got 27 is to 6. Now you can reduce this by 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 2 is 6. So you got 9 over 2. Now next step, let the number or the required number we are looking for be of the form x over y. Now we are expected to find the number that bears the same ratio to 12 over 81 as 5 over 3 does to 30 over 81. Now that ratio we have found it out to be 9 over 2. So this would mean the ratio of x over y to 12 over 81 should also produce 9 over 2. Now this means x over y divided by 12 over 81 should be equal to 9 over 2. Now let me try to squeeze it here. So this means x over y, you flip this. When you flip it, you get, in fact you can cross multiply. You don't need to have to flip it. You cross multiply, then x over y will be equal to 9 over 2 multiplied with 12 over 81. Now 9 divides 81 9 times, 2 divides 81 6 times, 3 divides 6 2 times, and 3 divides 9 3 times. So x over y should be 2 over 3. Okay, so this is the solution for the question. Students were given this question: if m positive n divided by m positive 3n equals 3 over 2, we are expected to find 5n squared divided by 3m squared positive mn. So first what we would do is we would consider the given quantity, which is m positive n divided by m positive 3n, and that is equal to 3 over 2. Now when we cross multiply, we would get 2 of m positive n is equal to 3 of m positive 3n. This is going to be 2 times m positive 2n is equal to 3 times m positive 9n. Now what I will do is I would move the m to this side and move the n to this side. So that would give me 2n negative 9n is equal to 3m negative 2m. Now this would give me m, and this would give me negative 7n. Now I can clearly rewrite this as m over n is equal to negative 7. So I can always write it like this: 7 divided by 1. Okay, so what exactly am I doing? I'm actually bringing the n down, but 7 remains as it is with the negative sign. So that's actually 7 over 1 with a negative sign. So this is what my value of m over n. Now next what we got to do is we expected to find the value for this quantity given. So consider 5n squared divided by 3m squared positive mn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking n squared out. When I take n squared out, I get a 5 there, divided by, if I were to take n squared out, no, you have to see that there is no n squared, there is no presence of any n squared there. But what if I take n squared out? Now if I were to take a n squared out, clearly this is going to be rewritten as 3m squared divided by n squared, and this is going to be rewritten as m divided by n. So that is the catch there. Okay, now these n squared can be cancelled, giving me 5 divided by 3 times of m over n raised to the power 2 positive m over n. This is what I've got. But my m over n is negative 7 over 1. So this implies this is equal to 5 divided by 3 of m over n is negative 7. You have to square that. Okay. Positive negative 7. So that's going to be equal to 5 divided by 7 squared is 49. You have to multiply by 3. 9 3s are 27, 2, 4 3s are 12, 13, 14. 147. So 147 negative 7 will give you 5 divided by 147 minus 7 would give you 140. Now 5 divides 5 once, 5 divides 14 2 times, right? 5 3s are 15, so you have only 5 times 2 is 10, so 4 carry out, giving you 4 there. So 5 divides 40 8 times. So you have got the value to be as 1 over 28. On the left, if you want, you can write it down 5n squared. Therefore 5n squared divided by 3m squared positive mn is equal to 1 over 28, and this completes the solution for this question. Students are given this question: x squared negative 4y squared is equal to negative 3xy. Find x over y. So this is the requirement, and you are expected to solve this. Now foremost, consider x squared negative 4y squared is equal to negative 3xy. Now after you have done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dividing by y squared both sides. Okay, now when you do that, you would be getting x squared divided by y squared negative 4y squared divided by y squared is equal to negative 3xy divided by y squared. This is what you're getting. Now I can rewrite this as x over y raised to the power 2 negative. Now clearly the y squared can be cancelled, giving me 4, and on the right side y would be cancelled, giving me negative 3 of x over y. This is what I've got. Now I can move this quantity to the left. That would give me x over y raised to the power 2. Negative would become positive 3 of x over y, and you got negative 4 is equal to 0. Now if I were to take x over y to be some t, then I would have t squared positive 3 times t negative 4 equal to 0. Now factorizing this, okay, we get, so what do we get when we factorize this? This can be factored as t positive 4 and t negative 1. 4 times negative 1 would give you negative 4. 4 times t would give you 4t, and a t with negative 1 would give you a negative t. So that added would give you positive 3t. So this is equal to 0, right? Now from here you can write t t positive 4 is equal to 0 or t negative 1 is equal to 0, which in turn would mean t is equal to negative 4 here and t is equal to positive 1 here. But you have to understand that t is actually x over y. So from here you can clearly write that x over here, x over y is equal to negative 4. This is one solution. And the other solution is x over y is equal to 1. This is the another solution. Now, if they want you to find x over y and they are given some condition, if they are given some condition here, then depending on that condition, you can choose the value. Say, suppose they are given you a condition that x over y should be greater than or equal to 1. If they give you a condition like this, then x over y is equal to 1. This should be the solution. Okay. So based on the conditions, you can choose which of these solution is appropriate. So that ends the solution to this question. Students were given this question: if the ratio between 18 and 12 is same as the ratio of 3x negative y to x positive 3y, find the value of 21x to 33y. So we would have to obtain the solution for this question. So to begin with, we can start by writing the requirement, or in other words, state what is being given. Now, since the ratio of 18 to 12 is same as 3x negative y to x positive 3y, then this implies, so what can we write here? So this means 18 over 12 is equal to 3x negative y divided by x positive 3y. So this is the equation that you need to write. Now cross multiplying, we have 18 times x positive 3y is equal to 12 times 3x negative y. I can rewrite this as 18x positive 18 times 3 is 8 3s are 24, 2 3 1s are 3 4 5, 54y is equal to 36x negative 12y. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move all the x to one side and the y to the other side. So this would be 54y positive 12y is equal to 36x negative 18x. Now this is going to be 18x and this is going to be 66y. So I can rewrite this as 18x. I always like to have x on the left, so it's going to be 18x is equal to 66y. So both of them are the same, but just for the sake of convenience. Now if I were to write this as x divided by y, then this is going to be 66 divided by 18. Now you can try to reduce this, say by 6. 6 goes here 11 times, 6 goes here 3 times. So therefore x over y is 11 over 3. So this is what you have got. Now after you have got this, you are expected to find what happens for 21x by 33y. So this is what you are expected to find. Now this is actually 21x, right, is to 33y. This is the meaning of this. So clearly from here, the meaning is x is to y is actually 11 is to 3. So this is the inferences that we need to know. So therefore we can rewrite this as 21 times 11 is to 33 times 3. So that's going to be, you multiply 21 and 11, you get 1 2 1 2 1 3 2. That's going to be 231 to 99. So you can conclude. So this implies 21x divided by 33y is 231 to 99. So this is what you have got. Or you can also rewrite it. Instead of writing it like this is okay. You can also write it like this, 231 by 99. Or you can also write it like this, 231 is to 99. So whichever way is convenient, doesn't matter, the solution is going to be the same. Now you can actually reduce these quantities. Now this is actually 21 times 11 divided by 33 times 3, right? So 3 divides here 7 times and 11 divides here 3 times. So this is actually 7 over 3. Now this would mean 21x divided by 33y is actually equal to 7 divided by 3. So this solution seems to be more appealing. So two ways are there. Without reducing, you get this. After making the reduction, you get this. So that completes the solution for this question. Students were given this question: divide 53,000 among A, B, C such that A is 2/5 of B and B is to C is 4:5. Now we would start off by mentioning the ratio of B is to C. So given that B is to C is 4:5, so this would mean that B divided by C is 4/5. Now if I were to represent it for B, then I can move C to the rightmost extreme or to the right side. So thereby I would have 5 times B divided by 4 is equal to C, which means the value of C is going to be 5B divided by 4. So that is an important point. So after obtaining the value of C, which is 5B over 4, we know that, what do we know? We know that A, B, C have to be holding the total sum of 53,000. So it's going to be A positive B positive C is equal to 53,000. We know this. It's given in the question. Now A is 2/5 of B. Also, what do we know? That A is 2/5 of B. And we also know that C is equal to 5B over 4. So if I were to take this as 1, I can rewrite 1. So I'm using the space here. So therefore 1 can be rewritten as 2/5 times B positive. I'm not touching B. Retain it as it is. In place of C, it's going to be 5B divided by 4, which is equal to 53,000. Now if I were to take the LCM for this quantity, it will be 20. So that would be 4 times 2, 8B positive. The denominator is 1, so that's going to be 20B positive. 4 divides 25 times 5 5s are 25. So we got 25B is equal to 53,000. This is what we are having. Now 8 added with 20 would give me 28, and that added with 5 would give me 25. That's going to give me 8 and 5 is 13, and 1 carry, it's going to be 53. So I've got 53B on the numerator. Now this 20 which you see there, okay, just for sake of consistency, I'm placing it in the denominator. That has to be equated with or equal to 53,000. Now this would mean if I were to take 20 up and bring 53 down, I would now have the value of B to be equal to 53,000 divided by this 53 and you have to multiply that quantity by 20. 53 clearly divides 53,000, so that's going to be B being equal to 1000 times 1000 multiplied with 20, so the value of B would be 20,000. This is the value of B. Now we need to obtain the value of A, so let me use this space here. Okay, now A is given to be as 2/5 of B, so 2/5 of B is 20,000. 20,000. So 5 divides 24 times, that's 4,000 multiplied by 2. So the value of A is going to be 8,000. This is the value of A. So B is 20,000, A is 8,000. Now let us see what's the value of C. I'm going to use this space here. Now C is 5B divided by 4, but B is 20,000, right? So let me place it here. So that's going to be, C is going to be equal to 5 of 20,000 divided by 4. 4 divides here 5 times. 5 times 5 would give you 25,000. So this is the value of C. Okay, so B is 20,000 plus C 20,000, that's 45,000, plus A's value is 8,000. Totally we get 53,000. So that completes the solution for this question. Students, we are given this question. A school has 720 students. The ratio of number of girls to boys is 5:3. The ratio changes to 7:5 when 240 students were admitted. Find the number of girl students in the school. So we would start off by making the following assumption. Let the number of girl students in the school be equal to 5x. And next, let the number of boy students be equal to 3x. So therefore the initial number of students would be equal to what? The initial number of students at the school will be equal to, now we have got 5x positive 3x, which is equal to 720 students. So this means 8x is equal to 720. Therefore x is equal to 720 divided by 8. 8 times 9 is 720. So this implies x is equal to 90. Now x is equal to 90. Therefore the initial number of girl students, initial number of girls or girl students in the school will be 5 times of 90, which is equal to 9 times 5 is 445. That's 450. Right? This is the initial number of girls in the school. Now there are 240 students added. Okay, so that means the ratio changes. So 720 are the initial number of students. Now 240 students are being added, and the ratio changes to 7:5. Now because the ratio changes to 7:5, we would have to utilize that. So the new ratio is 7:5. So that means you got 7x positive 5x is equal to, this is going to be 960. Okay, 7x positive 5x, that's going to be 12x. So x is equal to 960 divided by 12. So 12 times 8, 8 2s are 16, that's going to be 96, 12 times 8. So this means I've got x to be equal to 80. Now, so therefore the current number of girl students in the school will be 7 times 80, which is 560. So 560 students are girls, are female students in this particular school. Now, if they ask you, find the number of girls in the new students or in the new admissions, if they ask you this, then the initial number of students, we have found them to be girl students, it was calculated to be as 450. Okay, this was the initial number. Now the final number of girls were found to be as 560. So therefore the net addition would be 560 minus 450. So that would give you the total number of girls who are new students, right? So subtract is from 6, you take away 5, you get 1. From 5 you take away 4, you get 1. So that is going to be 110 girls. So number of girl students in the new admission. Okay, in the new admit is 110. Okay, so there are many ways by which this particular question can be asked, and you have to be prepared to answer them all. So once you know the way to obtain the number of boys and girls, this question is simple. Students were given this question: what quantity must be subtracted from 10:17 so that the ratio is equal to 1:2? So we would start by assuming the following. So let the number that ought to be subtracted from 10:17 be equal to some x. So now we can rewrite. Now we can use the information to rewrite the question as follows. So what are we going to do? So this is going to be 10 negative x divided by 17 negative x, so that this ratio becomes equal to 1/2. So if you were to cross multiply, you would get 2 times of 10 negative x is equal to 1 time of 17 negative x. This is 20 negative 2x is equal to 17 negative x. I move the 2x that side and move the 17 this side. So it's going to be 20 negative 17 is equal to 2x negative x. 20 negative 17 will give me 3. 2x negative x will give me x. So this implies the number that has to be subtracted from the ratio is x is equal to 3. And this completes the solution to this question. Students were given this question: work done by x minus 4 men in 15x negative 8 days, and the work done by 15x negative 8 men in 2x negative 8 days are in the ratio of 5:8. Find the value of x. We have x minus 4 men working for 15x negative 8 days, and we have got 15x negative 8 men working for 2x negative 8 days. Now, these two quantities are connected with a ratio 5:8. So, what we need to do for the first case and for the second case, we need to find the unit of work. So, for the first case, the unit of work is given to be as x minus 4 multiplied with 15x negative 8. This will be the unit of work. So this is for case 1. So for case 2, the unit of work will be equal to 15x negative 8 multiplied with 2x negative 8. So this is the unit of work. Now these two units are connected by a ratio 5:8. Okay, this is the connection between these two units of work. So that would mean we have got x negative 4 times 15x negative 8 divided by 15x negative 8 times 2x negative 8 is connected by 5/8. Now clearly 15x negative 8 and 15x negative 8 can be cancelled. So this means I've got x negative 4 divided by 2x negative 8 being equal to 5/8. When you cross multiply, you would get 8 of x negative 4 is equal to 5 of 2x negative 8. From here, 8x negative 32 is equal to 10x negative 40. I bring 40 to the left, so that would mean I'm using this space. It means negative 32 positive 40 is equal to 10x. I move 8x to the right, so that would become negative 8x. Now negative 32 added with 40, that would give me 8, and 10x added with negative 8x, so that is going to give me positive 2x. So clearly I'm using the space here, so therefore I've got 2x is equal to 8 and x is equal to 8/2, which means the value of x is 4. This is what the question wants. The question wants you to find the value of x. So that completes the solution for this question. Students, in this question, you are asked to find the fourth proportional to 2, 7, and 4. So the solution can be achieved in the following way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume, let us assume the fourth proportional to be as, or fourth proportional to 2, 7, and 4 to be x. So this would mean 2:7 will be equal to 4:x. So this can be further rewritten as 2/7 is equal to 4/x, which can again be rewritten as taking x to the left side. X is equal to 4 times 7 divided by 2. 2 divides 4 2 times. 2 times 7 is 14. So this implies x is equal to 14, which is the solution to this question. Students, we are asked to find the fourth proportional to 4x, 12x squared and 30x cubed y. So solution can be achieved as follows. Now let us start by assuming, let us assume the fourth proportional to be as sum p. Okay, so this would mean 4x is to 12x squared is equal to 30x cubed y to p. I can rewrite this as 4x over 12x squared is equal to 30x cubed y divided by p. If I were to move p to the left, it would be p is equal to 30x cubed y. I'm moving 12x squared to the right and then bring this 4x down. So clearly 4 divides 12 3 times. X and x can be cancelled. So that's going to be 3x will be a term that we would be getting here, and this is going to be 30 x cubed y. So the fourth term is going to be 90 x to the power, this is 3, so it's going to be 4 times y. So that would be the solution for this question. Students, in this question we are expected to find the third proportional of 1, 1 over 3 and 5. Now you have to know that the values are in continued proportion. Okay, have that in mind. So foremost, what we would do is we would get rid of this improper manner in which the quantity is given. So that would mean 1 over 3 is now going to be 3 times 1 is 3, added with 1 will give you 4 over 3. So we are given, so what is that we are given? We are given that 4 over 3 and 5 are in proportion, okay, are in continued proportion along with the third quantity. So we are expected to find that third quantity. So how are we going to do that? That's a question. So the given information, I can write it as 4/3, that's 4 divided by 3, is in proportion with 5, which is equal to 5 being in proportion with the third quantity. This can be further rewritten as 4 over 3 divided by 5 is equal to 5 over x. Now if I were to cross multiply, I will get 4 over 3 on one side. I can move the x and then I can move the 5 to the right, so that's going to be 25. So I would now have x being equal to 25 divided by 4 times 3. So the final answer for this question would be x is equal to 25 multiplied by 3. So that's going to be 3 times 5 is 15 75 divided by 4. So this would be the value of x, and this completes the solution to this question. Students, we are asked to find the third proportion to a positive b and a squared negative b squared. So the solution is obtained as follows. So we start off by saying, let us assume that the third proportion to a positive b and a squared negative b squared be taken as x. So this would mean that a positive b comma a squared negative b squared and x are in continued proportion. Okay, that is the understanding of this. So this would mean that a positive b has a proportion with a squared negative b squared, and that has to be equated or equal to a squared negative b squared with x. So when I rewrite this, this is going to be a positive b divided by a squared negative b squared is equal to a squared negative b squared divided by x. So this is what I need to have. Now if I move x to the left, it's going to be x times a positive b. A squared negative b squared is a negative b times a positive b. On the right, it's going to be a squared negative b squared. Now a positive b can be cancelled, giving me x over a negative b is equal to a squared negative b squared. Cross multiply, I can rewrite this as x equal to a squared negative b squared times a negative b. So that is the value of x, and this completes the solution for this question. Students, we are asked to find the mean proportion between 5 positive root 2 and 7 negative root 3. So the solution for this question is obtained as follows. Let x be the mean proportion between 5 positive root 2 and 7 negative root 3. And let us also assume, or we can make a statement, and since the quantities are in continued proportion, we hence have, now this is a very important aspect, okay? Because of this fact, we can write the given proportion to be as 5 positive root 2 is to x is equal to x is to 7 negative root 3. So we have this important continued proportion ratio. Now I can further rewrite this as 5 positive root 2 divided by x is equal to x over 7 negative root 3. I can rewrite it like this. Now if I were to cross multiply, I would get 5 positive root 2 multiplied with 7 negative root 3 is equal to x squared. And if I were to simplify this, it's going to be 5 times 5 is 35, negative 5 root 3 positive 7 times root 2 and negative root 2 times root 3 is root 6 is equal to x squared. So this can be, this is the value that you're getting. If you got permission to use your calculators, you can use your calculators and simplify this. If you're not being given calculators, so let us see what happens. We know that root 3 value is 1.732. So this has to be multiplied with 5. That would give me 5 times 2 is 10. 5 3s are 15, 16, 1, 35, 36, 3. So this is 8.600, 8.660. So this is 35 minus 8.660 plus 7 times root 2. Now root 2 is 1.414. So that's going to be 7 4s are 28, 2, 7 1s are 7, 8, 9. 7 4s are 28, 2, 7 1s are 7, 8, 9. So 9.898. So this gives me 9.898 negative root of 6. Now root of 4 is 2 and root of 6 would be approximately 2.4. Okay, so if we were to take this value as 2.4, so we have got to subtract and add up these quantities. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 8.660 with 2.400. That's going to be 0, 6, 10 and 1, 10, 11. So this would give me 11 with a negative sign, and I can add 35 with 9, so that's going to be 44. So this is 44.898, and that had to be subtracted, right? That the sum has to be taking place there. So when we do that, I'm using the space here, 44.9898 minus 11.000, and that would approximately be 8, 9, 8, 3 and 3. So this is going to be, from your x squared is going to be equal to 33.898. So therefore the value of x is going to be plus or minus root of 33.898. So this will be the solution to this question. We are given this question. A box contains 10 cents, 25 cents and 50 cents coins in the ratio of 5:8:1, amounting to $1,800. Find the number of coins of each type. So we would start by assuming let X be the total number of coins in the box. So this would mean I've got 10 cents, I'm writing it as 0.10 times 5x added with 25 cents 0.25 multiplied with 8x plus 50 cents 0.50 multiplied with 1x. This is equal to $1,800. So this is the equation you should have. Why? Because I have assumed that let X be the number of coins in the box. So this would mean the total number of coins would be 5x, 8x and 1x. It's because of this assumption. Now 0.10 multiplied with 5x would give me 0.50x plus 0.25 multiplied with 8x would give me 440, 8 5s are 44, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's going to be 2.00x plus 0.50x is equal to 1800. So 0.50 added with 2.00 added with 0.50 would give me 3.00. So this is 3.00x is equal to 1800. X is equal to 1800 divided by 3, which means x is equal to 600. Now x is equal to 600. Now x is equal to 600, therefore the total number of 10 cents will be equal to 5 multiplied with 600. So that means you got 3000. Okay, 3000 coins of 10 cents. Now the total number of 25 cents, that is 8x, so that's going to be 8 times 600, which means 4800 coins of 25 cents. So the total number of 50 cents coin, that is equal to 1 time x, so which is equal to 1 multiplied with 600, that is equal to 600 coins. Okay, so this is the solution for this question. So students, we are given this question. Two numbers are 25% and 50% more than the third number. Find the ratio of the two numbers. So the solution is obtained as follows. So we would start by saying let the third number be equal to x. So the first number will be 25% more than the third number. So that is going to be 125% of x, which is nothing but 125 divided by 100 of x, which is equal to, if I were to use 5 divides 12 2 times, 25, so it's going to be 25 there, and 5 divides 100 20 times. I can further use 5 to reduce it by 4 and by 5. So this is going to be 5 over 4 of x. This is the first number. So my second number will be 150% more than x. So that's going to be 150 divided by 100 of x. Using 5 is going to be 30 there and 20 there, and this is going to be 3 over 2 of x. Now we are expected to find the ratio, therefore ratio of two numbers will be, the first number is 5 over 4x is to second number 3 over 2x. Now this can be further reduced by using the LCM. That was going to be 5x is to 6x, which can finally be reduced to rewriting it as 5 is to 6. So this is the final answer to the question. We are given this question, Jack and Jasmine have their salaries in 3:4 ratio. Jack gets $1,000 raise, Jasmine gets $2,000 raise. Their salaries are now in the ratio of 20:30. Find Jasmine's salary. So we would start off by assigning, or I would say assuming, Jack's salary as 3x and Jasmine's salary as 4x. So let's do that. Let Jack's salary be equal to 3x, and then let Jasmine's salary be equal to 4x. Now Jack gets $1,000 raise. Okay, so that means Jack's new salary is going to be 3x positive $1,000. Similarly, Jasmine's new salary is going to be 4x plus $2,000. Their two salaries are in the ratio of 20:30. So we have to write the following equation: 3x positive 1,000 divided by 4x positive 2,000 is equal to 20 divided by 30. We cross multiply, and that would give us 30 times 3x positive 1,000 is equal to 20 times 4x positive 2,000. This is 90x, 30 followed by 30. This is 80x and 40 followed by 3 zeros. We move 80x to the left, so that would be 90x negative 80x. We move 30,000 to the right. That's going to be 40,000 minus 30,000. This will give us 10,000, and this is going to give us 10x. So x is equal to 10,000 divided by 10. We cancel 0, so we get the value of x to be as 1,000. So this implies we want Jasmine's salary. So Jasmine's salary was initially taken to be as 4x. So that's going to be 4 times 1,000. So that's going to be $4,000. This is the final answer to the